Well, as we know, there were a string of high-profile speeches last night, including candidates in this year's Republican primaries. And here to break down some of the evening is Lionel, a radio host for Air America. Good morning, Lionel.
Good morning.
Good to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Well, we know it's a somewhat slow start to the convention, of course, with Gustav. But it was
say that again.
Yeah. But it was no holds barred as the Republicans took on their Democratic opponents, certainly the night before and last night. A string of McCain's primary opponents took to the stage, as we know, digging in deep against Barack Obama. Now, was them using these folks to go against the Democrats a way to take some of the pressure off of Palin and McCain with the speeches they delivered to the delegates and to the nation?
Well, I think it was a much better idea to have Republicans do it versus Democrats who would have probably not shown up. So, yes, it was very effective. It had to be done. The crowd, all you had to do was just be here. What McCain's doing, which is very smart, is trying to get to the base, to get to those people, evangelical Christians, those who thought perhaps he might have abandoned them. He's doing it exactly right. The Romney and Giuliani and Palin certainly gave the crowd what they wanted. And the phrase which I'm hearing is, everybody's saying that they hit it out of the park. There's a lot of parks that balls were hit out of. And I guess there's no big green monster here.
Yeah.
But of course it was effective. That's what they're supposed to do.
And, of course, they have a crowd who is going to say, in fact, with their cheering, that, yes, they've hit it out of the park.
There's a lot of Republicans here, I've noticed.
I've heard that.
And
I've heard that.
They really like to hear, believe it or not, Republican versus Democratic ideas.
Funny how that happens.
Amazing. Very, very partisan, I've noticed as well.
Yeah, right. Now, we know both Giuliani and Palin took some big swipes at the resume of Barack Obama and his community organizing. Let's listen to that.
He worked as a community organizer. What? Okay. Maybe this is the first problem on the resume.
I guess a small-town mayor is sort of like a community organizer, except that you have actual responsibilities.
Obviously, the delegates, again, loving that. But is that fairly negative characterization going to backfire on the folks who...
Not with Republicans. They prefer that. But what you missed is that Rudy Giuliani, who was the mayor of where I am now, in New York, went through a sentence and didn't say 9/11. That's what you missed. So keep that in the vault. But of course, this is what they're supposed to do.
Right.
This is the big story about credentials. They say that Barack Obama was a community organizer. There was that state Illinois House business and that Senate business. But yes, this is what they have to do. And just wait. The key is going to be not how Sarah Palin did last night. The key is going to be on Meet the Press. When they ask her about Kim Jong-il and Pyongyang,
right,
and she says, "Where's my lipstick pitbull line?" That's what it's going to be about. But it was very good. And from a stylistic point of view, kudos to her. She did her timing was terrific. I believe she's now changing her name officially to Shecky Palin, and she's opening up at Giggles next week in Duluth.
All right.
She'll be there all week. Try the veal. And don't forget your servers.
Lionel, thanks for being on the program this morning.
It was my pleasure indeed.
It's nice to have a little levity early in the morning.
Let's face it, there's not a lot of levity in the world today.
We need it. We do need it.
And you prove it every day, my friend. And I mean that sincerely.
Thank you.
With all due respect.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for stopping by.
You're quite welcome.
All right.